Guys, and welcome back to Mika Reacts and Reviews, react and review to things on the internet. And today we are returning with another non-musical reaction, and we're gonna do some more motivational videos, because who doesn't need a little motivation now and again, right? And so we're gonna do Joe Rogan's speech. Will leave you speechless. One of the most epic, eye-opening motivational videos ever. Of course, that's a really tall claim. I'm pretty sure they title a lot of speeches that way, but anyway, not judging. This is from Motivational Core. We have reacted to a video of theirs before from Dr. Jordan Peterson, and it looks like what they usually do is take a large portion of one podcast or one interview, but then also sprinkle other parts of interviews that they've done and make it one speech, right? So could they slightly be taking something out of context from the person who said, made the original statement? Maybe, but for the most part, I think they try to stay true to what the person meant. This was released 1 week ago and has 1 million views and 29,000 likes. So we're gonna get right into it, but before we do, if you like these type of videos, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell to get the notifications when I do upload. All of that really does help with the algorithm, guys. And if you would like to support this channel even further, you can donate. My PayPal link is in the description box below and also in the comment section. It helps, but of course you don't have to. You can just like, comment, and subscribe and sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. All right, here we go.
So for a few months, I was staying with my grandmother, who was on death's door. She lived like a year or so after I moved out, and she wasn't really aware of me anymore. She was not quite there anymore. And my grandfather, who was struggling to take care of her and just seemed sad. And I remember thinking, man, this life is temporary. Like, this experience that I'm experiencing right now as a 24-year-old man, like, this is not going to last. Like, this is the prime of my youth, and it like hardened my ideas that, like, you got to get going. This is going to happen to you too. It's going to happen to all of us. And you think that you're this static thing, like you stay in the same exact state. It's not true. It's an illusion. All those people that you see that are old people that are walking down the street with their backs hunched over, that you're going to reach that age someday. It's going to happen. And if you don't pay attention and it all goes wrong, you could wind up looking like that guy. You could wind up thinking and behaving like that guy. It is a slow ebbing of the life force of the body that's gonna drain you. So goddammit, get your fun out, get your life out, just live. You got to live. It's fucking coming, and you got to remember, because if you don't remember, you're gonna sleep in. If you don't remember, you're not going to get anything done. If you don't remember, you're not going to have the same focus and determination that you would have with the understanding this is a temporary experience.
Okay, we're stopping it there. I totally 100% agree with the Joe Rogan. This is one of my disagreements with Dr. Jordan Peterson, and maybe I'm misunderstanding him, but he kind of pushes the idea that young people should get married and then have babies young and settle down young and not kind of dilly-dally on that, right? Just make a decision, get married young, have babies right now, right? I am not a fan of that idea whatsoever. I think when you're young, or when you're youngish, you should take full advantage of your youth. You should take full advantage of that before you make any permanent or semi-permanent decisions, or make decisions that is going to affect your life for years on end, right? And that is getting married, having kids, making large investments, getting surgeries, or figuring out what your sex is or something like that. Live your life first. You don't know who the fuck you are. You've been under your mommy and daddy's roof, or whoever raised you all these years. You've been indoctrinated into the school system. Your whole life you've been told who you are and how to think and how to be and what is right and what is wrong. How do you know who you are at 18, 19, 21, 24? Go out and live your life. The only way you can figure out who the fuck you are is living your life, experimenting, figuring out what do you like, who are you, what makes you tick, what makes you happy, what brings you peace and joy, before you make decisions that is going to maybe inhibit you from being able to do that later on in the future. So I am definitely a big fan. When you're young, fucking go out there, be reckless, figure it out, experiment, and of course you still have common sense. You still have to be cautious in a way, so again, you don't make mistakes that are going to affect your life for the rest of your life. But just get out there. Just get the fuck out there. Get out of your bubble. Get out of your friend circle and your groups and figure out life. I am such a big believer in that. And then if you want to settle down, do that. You know what I mean? Don't waste your time. Make sure you're gaining experiences and gaining knowledge and learning and figuring things out. But the whole like settle down and buckle down and have kids right away. There's hundreds and thousands of children every year that get reported as abused and neglected by people that were not ready to have kids. So that whole like speech that a lot of conservatives, a lot of traditional people like to throw, that people need to get married and have babies right away, tell that to all the hundreds and thousands of kids who parents were not ready to have kids yet because they didn't know who the fuck they were when they were popping out babies. I'm not saying you can control everything, and I'm not saying you can't be a good parent even if you have a oops-a-daisy baby. But my belief is, get out there and live life first. Get out there and experience life first before you make those decisions, right? Because you might not be the person that wants to do those things. And if you make those decisions too soon before you realize that, it can fall apart. You know what I mean? Not everybody likes their kids. No, a lot of people resent their kids because they had them too soon. Or regret things because they had surgery to change their sex or whatever too soon because they didn't know who the fuck they were yet. Anyway, I can go on forever about that. Taking care of yourself at a young age is also really, really fucking important. A lot of young people, again, I was in my early 20s at some point. I was a 19, 18-year-old who thought it was never going to end, right? And you don't take care of your body, and you eat junk food, and you stay up all night, and you don't exercise, and you drink tons of alcohol, and whatever, right? You don't take care of your body. That shit will catch up with you. Take care of yourself. Start now when you're young. It's going to be extremely beneficial to you as you get older. And if you are older, if you are middle-aged now, doesn't mean it's like, whoop, I made my decisions, I've already made my bed, gotta lay in it. You can always start over. You can always hit reset. Yes, as you get older and have more responsibilities, it's harder to do, but you can do it. So don't give up on life, right? Because he's right. You know, maybe you believe in reincarnation, maybe you believe in another chance, but in this life right now, this experience, this is it. And trust me, the older I get, time starts to go by so fast. And before you know it, poof, it's over, right? And the thing that's going to hurt you the most on your deathbed are regrets. So don't get there with those, all right? Let's continue.
This is a temporary experience. Over time, I've learned that these people, you're not going to fix them. I used to want to fix them when I was young. I used to want to go, hey man, I see what you're doing. Like, dude, don't do that anymore. Listen, just do this and stop doing that and start doing this. And if you just work towards this, you could be successful. And then a week later, the guy's doing the same shit. You're like, okay, right. I'm wasting a significant amount of my energy on someone who doesn't want to waste any of their energy on themselves. And so managing the community and the tribe that you're in, making sure that you're a good member of that tribe, that you're doing your part. When you're around happy, inspirational people that are successful, it makes you feel better and you get inspired. And if you act on that inspiration, your life will be more fulfilled. And it's not just inspirational in terms of financial success, but in terms of doing difficult things, whether it's running 100 miles, it doesn't pay you a god thing other than the wealth of the knowledge that you can push yourself to such an extreme, or anything else, whether it's someone who becomes really good at playing chess or someone who's really good at martial arts or whatever it is. There's a great feeling in these overcoming these difficult things. I think a lot of what happiness is a management issue, and decisions that you're making right now, like you could be in a shit state of mind right now, but you could make some decisions to adjust that, and over the next couple hours, you'll get to a much better place.
It's good to treat other people the way you would like to be treated yourself. It's like a fucking golden rule, and there's a reason for it. And that reason is that we're connected in some strange way that we don't totally understand. And unless you are good to other people around you, unless you're kind and friendly and warm and loving, you're not going to fucking enjoy this life. You're just not. You're going to be problems everywhere you go. You're going to have problems everywhere you go. You got to figure out a way to enjoy this fucking life. It's not because of anybody that may or may not have ever existed. It's because that's how you fit in better in the world. That's how you stay positive. And it doesn't have to be some shit that was written 5,000 years ago on fucking animal skins. That doesn't have to be the golden rule because it's old. You know, that's dumb.
Okay, we're gonna stop there. There's a break. Going all the way back to sort of trying to fix people. I've always said I am not a fixer. That is not my gift in life, is to fix people. For some reason, people tend to pour their heart out to me all the time. Like, just tell me their deepest, darkest secrets of the shit they're going through. Like, random ass people, from the person I just met on an elevator to my friends. But I am never the person that's like trying to fix you. I would give you advice. I would tell you what helps me. But I'm not fixing you. I've had friends who are drug addicts. I've had friends who have mental health issues. I have friends that are fucked up. As long as you're not crossing my boundaries, I'm not judging. But I'm never here to fix you. You would never see me doing an intervention on someone. Yeah, it's your life. That is your path to take. And you have to get to there on your own. And maybe that makes me a bad friend. But I always just felt like, no, I need to focus on me. And it's the same sort of Dr. Jordan Peterson thing I do agree with on, which is clean your room first. Clean your own room. Make your own bed. Stop trying to fix the society. Stop trying to fix everyone around you. Just be a good person, and that will rub off in itself. I traveled with a girl a year ago, and she was very anti-plastic bag, right? She was kind of an environmentalist, and she would make an effort to always bring her own containers and her own bags and stuff like that. I'm not a super environmentalist, but I try to do what I can do, right? At the time, I try to do what I can do. She never talked about it. She never pushed it onto me. She never preached about it. It was never a thing that a top of her head topic that she would always bring up. It was just something that she would do, the action she would take. She never even mentioned it to me. But I saw what she did, and then I thought to myself, I can do that. That's not hard. I have like fabric bags I can just stuff into my purse. I have containers. Yeah, I can do that. And I started doing that. Until this day, I'm still conscious of plastic bag or plastic ware that I take from shops or restaurants and stuff like that because of her. She didn't have to say one single word to me. It was just her actions. And that's why these stupid freaking fake woke activists, pandering, performative activists online, this shoving shit down your throat doesn't work, and everybody knows it doesn't work. If you want to be a good person and you want to if you want to leave a good legacy or be a good role model, a good example, you have to do it with your actions. People around you will notice. People around you will see that and want to mimic that around you. Like, even if you're just a happy person, you're always happy, and you're always glowing, you have good energy, people are going to want to know, why is that person always happy? Why does that person seem at peace with themselves? Let me figure out what they're doing, and I'm going to mimic that. You don't have to try to be Captain Save-A-Ho to everybody, right? The whole hanging around with positive people that inspire you, that is so important. I posted on my Instagram the other day, train your algorithm to send you shit that make you think. Train your algorithm on your social media to send you people and pieces and articles that make you stop and actually make you use your brain, right? I stopped following bullshit a long time ago on social media. I try to follow people that inspire me or isn't sort of in the same work niche that I'm in or something like that. I don't follow very many celebrities, and if I do, it's someone who's inspired me, like Denzel Washington is not on Instagram, but he has like a fan page, like Denzel Washington or something like that. The same thing with my friends, the same thing with my music, the same thing with my TV. I'm not a purist by any means. I still watch junk and listen to junk, but I definitely minimize it, and I definitely try to be around communities and groups that inspire me or are at least positive, because why do you want to be negative all the time? I have friends that I'm still friends with today. I don't hang out with as much, but I'm still friends with them, and they are negative people, and I do recognize when I'm around them a lot or I talk to them often, that does rub off on you. So you have to be careful of what you allow to sort of feed into your soul. I've said this before on this channel, people to push you. I just hiked to Snowline in the country I'm in right now, all the way, I'm just gonna say the mountain name, all the way to the Himalayas, like all the way to the fucking mountains. You know how hard that is? But I had friends that pushed me to do it, and I did it, and I was so fucking proud of myself, and that is an experience that I'm never gonna forget. So don't hang around with losers, and stop trying to fix the losers you're around. All right, let's continue.
We need to figure out, like, now, today, what is, the best way to live your life? What is the, there's got to be ways where you can be putting forward the most positive energy. I mean, we know objectively what's causing pollution. We know objectively what's causing birth defects, and we're taking in too much chemicals and not enough vitamins. We know objectively all this stuff. We know how to organize our world, and yet we don't do it. We know how to organize our health, and yet very few people do it. We know all these things. The right path to being a happy, healthy person is to do all the shit that we already know you're supposed to do. Take care of your body. Take care of your health. Take care of your mind, your stress. Meditate, be kind to people. We all know that. I mean, you ask anybody, they know how to get by and to be the most evolved version of you that you can be. I mean, it's not like a magical checklist. If you talk to people about it, you said, okay, here you got a person, you want to improve them. What are the things that you're going to do to them? Okay, well, if I was a life coach, the first thing I would say is this guy's got to get on a diet that makes him healthy. I don't mean a diet just to lose weight. I mean just healthy foods in your body, many, many vegetables. Start working out your body and get a better sense of like how this machine feels when it's moving, it's flowing better, there's less tension in it, your mind feels like relaxed and you enjoy every single moment of the day better. Step 1, everybody knows that step, right? What's step 2? Be cool to people. Be nice to as many people as you can. Smile at as many people as you can. Have them smile back at you. Tip well when you go to restaurants. Just do the most you can. Be as nice as you can and just still manage to not have people walk all over you. Just get through this life as nice as you can.
Okay, so stopping it there. Yeah, you can be nice and not be a doormat. You can be nice and still have boundaries, and that's kind of where I am. And I'm very good at creating healthy boundaries. Some people think I'm a bitch because of that, but other than that, I'm a smiley person. Like, again, I travel a lot. I travel to countries there are a lot of people of color don't like to travel to because there's no people of color there. Like, I travel to a lot of Asian countries that are rumored to be like racist and stuff like that. And honestly, you get what you put out for the most part. Yes, you're gonna run into assholes who are not gonna care that you're nice or polite back to them. But for the most part, when you smile, people smile back at you. When you're nice, people are nice back to you. Like, you put what you put out. But if you're going around being constantly suspicious of everyone because you think you're a oppressor, that's going to show in your face, and that's going to show in your energy and your attitude towards people, and then you're going to get back what you put out, right? Again, for the most part, yes, there's assholes that exist. The whole, like, you know, he spoke about it even earlier in the video, kind of like hinting at the idea like happiness is a choice, right? Like, so what if you might be in a bad mental state at the time, but you know the steps you can take to get out of it and maybe even prevent that bad mental state from happening again. I battled with hardcore, bedridden, terrible suicidal depression years ago, and I took antidepressants. Fucking worst mistake of my life, made me extremely ill, and I decided, fuck this, depression is not my identity, this is not who I am not fucking living like this for the rest of my life, and I made steps to naturally figure out how to not be depressed, cure my depression, fight it off, ward it off, get out of it, however you want to say it, right? And I found out a lot of it had to do with, I have blood sugar issues, I have dietary issues, and just, you know, depression does run in my family. So like just tackling my diet, my health and stuff like that, that actually relieved a lot of my mental health issues. And getting out of my toxic environment, and one of the reasons why I'm traveling, also relieved a lot of my mental health issues. But to this day, like, I have never battled with depression as bad as that since then. But once in a while, I'll like wake up and be like, ugh, I got that feeling again, that feeling. But now, because I've educated myself, I have a whole arsenal of tools of what should I do, what steps should I take when I find myself in this mental place. I should go meditate, I should go walk, I should go exercise, I should go see a friend, I should go do something that I know is going to help me take me out of this headspace, right? And I know mental health is at different degrees for different people, and so you might be hearing this going, that ain't gonna work for me. But I'm telling you, I would nearly piss myself in my bed as I was so depressed that I couldn't walk the 10 steps to my bathroom. That's how depressed I was, and I got out of it because I made a fucking decision that it wasn't going to be the way I was going to live anymore. I do believe, as to a certain degree, happiness is a choice in life. Unless you are chained up by your neck in some basement with no arms and no legs and no way out, usually you can find a way to be happy. And I also think the foundation of happiness and joy is gratitude. Be grateful for the shit that you have. Just because you don't have everything you want now doesn't mean you can't be grateful for the shit that's around you at the moment. And that's it. All right, let's continue.
Over you. Just get through this life as nice as you can. Do what you want to do with your life, right? Don't go be doing something you don't enjoy. Don't do something don't get locked into, you know, a car that you can't afford and doing something crazy because you need the money. Don't do that. Do what you want to do. Do what the fuck is it that you really want to do? Because if someone else is doing it, you can do it, you know? I mean, everybody makes their own path through this world, but a lot of people don't follow the path that they really fucking feel pulled to. You know, just for whatever reason, they got negative programming. You know, when they were kids, someone told them they couldn't do it, or told them to take the shortcut, or take the shore route. That's a sad thing, man, when you talk to dudes, especially like talented dudes, and they don't follow up with what they want to do. You know, it sounds like really hippie, but true happiness comes from making other people happy. True happiness comes from being around happy people and enjoying each other's company. That's really hard for people to wrap their heads around because they always associate true happiness. No, true happiness is with like titles, you know, or numbers, or objects that you possess. You're not concerned about being nice to people. You're not concerned about having a positive impact on people. You're more concerned with making ones and zeros. But it really truly is how the human race interacts with each other. You really have to be nice to other people to be happy. You have to. If you're not, you won't be happy. And we all make mistakes, and we all find ourselves in positions of frustration, and we've all acted out and yelled at our dog when maybe we shouldn't have. And there's pressures in this life. But I think it's really important to recognize what those truly are, and to understand that at the end of it, we can alleviate a lot of how we deal with in this life if we really treated people the way we would treat them as if they were ourselves living another life.
And
Right.
this includes the way you communicate with people, the friendships that you have, and making sure your friends know that you love them. They drive you, they change your opinions, they challenge you, they show compassion, you open up to each other. I mean, this is everything in this life, is community. One of the things that's true is how much people enjoy being around you. That makes your life more enjoyable, and people don't think of it that way. They oftentimes think, I want to be the one that's enjoying life, like especially selfish people. If people enjoy being around you, you'll enjoy everything more. The solo effort of going through life, a narcissistic perspective, one of the major problems with that is there's no one to share it with, because you're all out for yourself. Even if you get there, you're going to be filled with sadness and despair. It's not what you want. What you want is to be happy, right? Well, I know you think that you have to be all about yourself to be happy, but in fact, that is a way to ensure unhappiness regardless of success.
That's right.
What I'm saying is the way you are with your family and your friends and your loved ones and the people you communicate with, get better at that, because we need each other. Love is the most important thing, and that sounds so cliche, but without love, it's all useless.
All right, guys. That was Joe Rogan's speech. Will leave you speechless. From Motivation Core. That was really, really well done. Talking about some of the last things that he said. Follow what makes you happy. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people don't. I think I've seen studies that say like 80% of people in the workforce are doing stuff that they don't want to do, or they hate. They actively hate. So most people don't do what they want to do because they think it's idealistic or it's not realistic, or they failed a couple of times so they quit, or whatever. Or like he said, the naysayers. And I honestly think one of the reasons why you see so many like really bitter older people is because of that. They resent their life, they resent how it panned out, and most likely they resent the fact that they didn't go after their dreams, and kind of jealous of people who have. A lot of times when I watch these little docu-series about people who live like me, who travel as a lifestyle, digital nomads, stuff like that, and you see all these like angry older people in the comment section talking about like, you're gonna regret this, you're gonna get older and nobody's gonna want you, you're gonna die alone, like all these negative comments. It's like these people are just living their life. Why is it making you so mad? Like, why is it triggering you so hardcore? And it's like, I think it's because you're jealous. Like you didn't do that, and because you thought yourself that would end up being bad, right? And so you see someone else doing it, so you just assume like, no, they can't be truly happy and successful because I was told that this is how you become happy and successful, and I'm doing this, so you have to do this to be happy and successful. Again, that's why I'm not a big fan of the whole talking point of everyone, by the time you hit 18, you need to have babies and get kids and get married and settle down and stuff like that, because that doesn't make everybody happy. Yes, data and statistics shows that people are more happy if they have a family and after they get older and stuff like that. But that's the generalities. That doesn't mean everybody. If you have 5 billion people on the planet and 1 billion people doesn't fit the generality, whatever the statistics or the data, there's still 1 billion people that wouldn't be happy making those decisions. So like it still doesn't fit everybody. And a lot of times when people have those conversations, either motherhood or career women, there's a lot of things in between. A lot of other ways to live your life in between motherhood, settling down, get a house, pick a fence, a dog and a kid, and career women. There's a lot of other choices in between, and it's really sad that no one really talks about those because it gives people a really narrow idea of the choices that they have in life, right? Do what makes you happy. Don't get on your deathbed with regrets. Of course, do what makes you happy within the law and don't hurt anybody and don't infringe on anybody's freedoms and stuff like that, right? People who aren't kind people who aren't nice to the people around them are generally not happy people. And that's why a lot of people feel like these SJWs or people who are on the internet screaming their fucking head off, trying to cancel people and destroy people's lives. They cannot be happy. You cannot have a peace of mind and internal joy. Making a living and making your life out of trying to rip other people down, not trying to educate people, not trying to spread awareness, but trying to literally rip someone down or tear someone apart or get joy out of the idea of someone falling off their pedestal or whatever, losing their job, losing their income because they have a different idea as you. People like that aren't happy. You can't be happy being that upset and bitter and angry all the time. The way you treat people around you is an evidence, whatever, on how you feel about yourself and how you feel inside. Happy people don't go around flipping people off in cars and go into road rage. You know what I mean? So like, it is important to treat the people around you kindly. At the same time, like he said in the beginning, still create boundaries. Don't be a doormat and don't let energy vampires suck onto you because they see that you're kind and they take advantage of you because they're an opportunist. So still have boundaries, but still be a kind person. I am about community. I can be a loner and I'm totally happy with being alone. I love my space. I love my own energy, my own company, but I also love community. But it's a big difference between tribal and community. Right? Tribal is, feminism, and if you have a different ideology as them, they kick you out of the tribe, right? Community is accepting the people who, in that community, yes, there's going to be some like-mindedness, but at the same time, you care about each other enough in that community where you allow someone to have their own ideas, their own ideology, and allow them to thrive as an individual instead of trying to force them to conform to the tribe, right? So there's a difference between tribal and tribes and community. I enjoy community, not tribes. Anyway, guys, this video was a little long. I apologize, but I thought it was. These motivational speeches, I love them. I'm not a big fan of motivational speakers who do it as a career or as a living. I always feel like they're kind of snake oil salesmen, but I definitely do follow people again, I follow Joe Rogan on Instagram. I follow people who will throw out something that makes me go, I needed to hear that today, and hopefully you needed to hear this today. Anyway, guys, if you like these type of videos and you want more of them, let me know in the comment section. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell to get the notification when I do upload. All of that really does help with the algorithm, guys. And if you want to support this channel even further, you can donate. My PayPal link is in the description box below and also in the comment section. It helps, but of course you don't have to. You can just like, comment, and subscribe. And also, I travel as a lifestyle, as I mentioned. So if you'd like to know where I am in the world, you can go in the description box below and also in the comment section. Hit the link. Go subscribe to my travel vlog channel and or follow me on Instagram. My stories is usually what's most up to date. And you guys have an amazing day. Bye.